kindergarten. So this week we are talking about the animal beavers. Beavers are great builders, and they don't build up on mountains, and they don't build like under the ground. They build around water. Do you remember what that thing is called that they put in the water to stop the water from flowing? That's called a dam. And when they build that dam, then the water starts to create like a pond, a beaver pond where they live. And on top of that beaver pond, they build their lodge. That's what their house is called. Do you remember how they get into that lodge? They don't have a front door. They've got to go underneath. They have to swim underneath the water, and then they pop up inside their lodge. Could you imagine if you had to go underneath the ground and then open up like a trap door and you came up into your kitchen through the floor? That'd be a crazy house, but it'd be pretty cool. Our question today says, how do beavers build their homes? How do beavers build their homes? Well, we said that they need to use things from nature. Do you remember what they use? They use lots of sticks. How do they get those sticks? They have to use their long, sharp two front teeth, and they cut the sticks or they chew through them. So last week we talked about tools that humans use. Instead of using our teeth to cut wood, what is a tool that we would use? We would use a saw. We would probably use a saw to cut through wood. Well, beavers just use their teeth. How do they make those sticks stay together? How do they get those sticks to stick together? They use mud. They use mud, and their tails help them pat down all that mud. Hey, speaking of a beaver's tail, what else does a beaver's tail help it do? A beaver's tail helps it balance when it's on its hind legs, and it helps it turn when it's in the water, like a rudder of a boat. A rudder is the thing in the back, and you turn it, and then that helps you know where to go. And what do beavers do with those tails if there's danger near? They slap the water with those tails, and that lets other beavers know, uh-oh, there's a predator nearby. Kindergarten, this week we are talking about how we can identify the main idea. Remember, the main idea is what the story is all about. In our story, Building Beavers, what's the main idea? What is that story all about? Is it all about giraffes? That doesn't sound right. Is it all about Pete the cat? That doesn't sound right. It's all about beavers. And it's all about how beavers can build things. That's our main idea. I didn't tell you every single thing that happened in that story. I just told you what it was all about. It's all about beavers. That's all I had to tell you. Kindergarten, you have 2 new words today. Let's go check them out. Kindergarten, do you love to go swimming? Oh my goodness, it's one of my favorite things to do, especially if I go to a hotel. My first question is there a pool? Because I love to go swimming, it's so much fun. But guess what? I'm not the greatest swimmer in the world, and that's okay, because I can do one move that a beaver can also do. I can take my hands and I can push the water. Do you know what this is called when you push the water? That's called paddling. Do any of you paddle when you go swimming? I bet you do. Our new word today, kindergarten, is paddle. Look at this beaver go. Oh my goodness, this beaver is paddling. See how he's got his claw up out of the water, his hand? He is paddling, he is moving, he's grooving, and he's got to be able to do that so that he can go under the water and then come up inside his lodge. Remember, the opening is underneath. Our next word is stream. A stream is a place where a beaver might build a dam and build its lodge. What is a stream, though? I'm looking up here. Oh, I found a stream. Do you see it? Here's our stream right here. A stream is kind of like a river. We know a river is like a long hallway, a long path of water. It goes from one place to another. A lot of the times, a river may go from a lake to the ocean, or it may go from one river to another river. So it connects things. It's just like a long path or a long road or a long hallway of water. Well, a stream is similar to that, except it's not as big as a river. It's really small. Some of you might have a stream in your backyards. Do any of you have a stream in your backyards? When I was growing up at my parents' house, we had a creek or a stream in our backyards. And I remember when I was a kid, we used to go down there and we used to see if we could catch frogs. So that's what a stream is. It's like a river, but it's just really narrow and it's really shallow, which means there's not much water in it. So what are some other animals that you might be able to see if you go and look at a stream? Kindergarten, before you go and listen to your story today, I just want to give you your warm fuzzy for reading. All right, go listen to your story and then make sure that you complete the graphic organizer afterwards. I'll see you guys later.